So Atlantic is one of 2 sit-down restaurants here at Epic Universe. The other one is Blue Dragon. You can book reservations right over here. There's a QR code, and when you open it up, it brings you to make a reservation for either the same day or in the future. It's fairly simple. You just go in there, you pick the day, the number of people, and the time.
I'm excited to try the food. It looks really good. The place is not cheap, but we'll see what the prices look like. But yeah,
We'll see if it's worth it too.
let's go to the Atlantic.
Let's take a look at the menu. They have a cold bar, some appetizers, soups and salads, and the entrees. And on the other side, we have specialty cocktails, a selection of red and white wines, sparkling and draft beers, dessert wines, and some nightcaps.
First thing they do is ask if you have any dietary restrictions or allergies. We're going to get a lot of things today. So we both started off with a drink. I am trying one of the alcoholic beverages called the Rosemary Paloma. It's $16.25. It's Cuervo Traditional Blanco Tequila, white grapefruit juice, lime juice, rosemary infused simple syrup, smoked sea salt, fresca, and it's topped with a rosemary sprig and dried grapefruit slice.
Good.
This drink is delicious. So it actually kind of reminds me of the drink that we had earlier today at the Plastered Owl out in Celestial Park. And I guess it's that like lime juice with the rosemary. And it is just really nice and refreshing. And because it is a tequila base, it definitely kind of get like margarita vibes, but this is phenomenal. This is great.
All right, so I got the Aranciata Mule, which is San Pellegrino, Aranciata, and Gosling's Stormy Ginger Beer with lime juice, filthy black cherry syrup topped with an orange wheel and a black cherry. Oh, there's a little fish. Even the napkins are cute. This is very good. Like, I really taste the lime in here and the ginger beer and that strawberry syrup. This is really tasty. They're killing it with the mocktails. This is the sweet and spicy shrimp. It's crispy shrimp, chili sauce, micro cilantro, sesame seeds for $16.
Let's try this shrimp. It's really tasty. This sauce is really good. It reminds me of like the Bang Bang shrimp from like Bonefish Grill, or you know, any restaurant that has a Bang Bang shrimp. Was this the sweet and spicy shrimp?
Sweet and
spicy shrimp.
Yep.
Yeah, so it reminds me of just like a chili sauce, and my favorite part is that the shrimp is fried really nicely. The outside is very, very crispy, almost like a tempura. They don't skimp you on that crispy in the crispy shrimp. Let's see. Hopefully you can hear that. They're small shrimp, but you do get a lot. I think I counted 16 or 17 of these small baby shrimp, and the dish is $16. So it's like $1 per shrimp, honestly. I think they're really tasty. I think they're really good. I think the most important thing to note though is they're not too spicy. They definitely have a kick to it. It's a chili sauce, but I normally can't do super spicy, and I'm really enjoying this.
So this is the tomato burrata with heirloom tomatoes, burrata, arugula, and a sherry vinaigrette, and it's $18. Oh, very creamy. Just sliced right open. That's nice. And they have like this, almost like a tomato confit on here, which looks really good. A couple of these baby tomatoes, a little bit of arugula. I want to try to get a good bite. Here's This is a pretty good bite. Let's give it a try. Very fresh. The burrata, nice and creamy. Not overly salty. They have that little tomato confit in here. I think that's where the sherry vinaigrette is. But a little bit of olive oil drizzled on the plate. This is really nice. And that arugula, you get the pepperiness from the arugula. Everything just complements each other really well. This is a nice dish. This was $18. It's a pretty good size, actually. If there was one thing, I think it needs just a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. That's it. Nothing crazy. Salt and pepper. All right, another bite. This time it has a little bit of salt and pepper on it. That's what it needed. Just a little bit of salt to like wake it up. Totally just wakes up those flavors. Super delicious. Absolutely a must get. This is the sweet corn chowder with Florida corn, celery root, potatoes, sweetie drop peppers, and baby basil for $11. Probably can't tell the size on the video, but it's a good size soup. Very hearty.
For $11, I think the soup is a great deal. It's got chunks of potatoes, chunks of corn, and the peppers in there really make it different. Now, a heads up, this soup is vegan, so anybody can get this unless they have a corn allergy. But it is so hearty and chunky, and yeah, again, like these peppers give it such an interesting flavor profile. I want you to try this.
Oh, I like it with the peppers. It gives it like a sweetness, kind of. They're sweet. Sweetie drop peppers.
Read it.
Also known as Incan red drops, sweetie red drops have a sugar-like sweetness and work well in salads, pizza, or pastas, or even in baked goods. So that makes sense.
And corn chowder.
And corn chowder, apparently. That makes sense why it gives that little bit of sweetness.
It's a unique pepper that only grows in Peru.
The drinks have been fantastic. The apps have been amazing. Really looking forward to the entrees.
This is the Atlantic filet mignon. It's a 6-ounce premium Angus beef, crispy potato meal foya, truffle cream, Atlantic steak sauce, watercress salad for $40.
So I asked for this medium. Let's see what they cooked it at.
That's well done.
Yeah, that's definitely a little bit past medium. That's maybe like medium well. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit overcooked. But that's okay. All right. Thank you. All right. It's still tender though, but yeah, that's pretty much almost well done. There's like barely any pink in that, so it's all right. Oh, it's very thick steak sauce. So, So yeah, it's a little bit more well done than I would like, but it's still very tender. Great seasoning on the steak. You really like get that grill flavor. The steak sauce, a little bit on the sweeter side, kind of tangy, a little bit of tangy sweet, but I don't necessarily know that the steak needs the sauce. I'm going to try to take a piece without the steak. It's very good.
Oh, so sometimes really? Do you hear that?
What's that? What happened?
Hold up your steak.
What about it?
Huh. The UV coating on the window makes it look less rare than it is.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, because I noticed it was like very tender. Like it didn't feel like it was like well done.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so it is the actual UV coating.
Yeah.
So some of the reds, UV lights.
Okay. Good to know.
It does. So usually I have like a little pocket for the
Oh, okay.
So I said if you just shine your flashlight, you can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's delicious. It has great flavor. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yes.
I just did much to be like,
No.
Really like honestly very fascinating.
That is honestly fascinating.
Isn't it wild?
Now I'm like
Thank you.
shining my light, like what everything.
Is every
Yeah, no, it's the
interesting?
actual
Okay.
okay.
Good to know. Thank you. So yeah, if you look at the steak, you can actually see it is a nice medium. And now take the light away. It definitely looks more gray for sure. But yeah, you can see it's like nice and pink on the inside. Because I thought it was a little weird. That I'm like, wow, it's still very
still
tender
tender.
though, even though it's like almost like they killed it. But I'm gonna try it with some of the peppercorn sauce. So it's a truffle cream. Definitely comes through with that truffle. Very, very truffle forward. Nice and creamy. A little bit of peppery. But yeah, the steak itself is good without any of these sauces, but I like this. This is good. But now let me try this.
ASMR.
It's very, very crunchy. I don't know if you could hear that. Very crunchy. This is like a bunch of very thinly sliced potatoes stacked on top of each other. This is like 30 layers of potato. So let me see if I could cut through this and kind of show you the different layers. You can see like the different layers of the potato on there. So that's very cool. Give that a little bite. Not a lot of seasoning to the potatoes, but the outside is very crunchy, and the inside is almost like a French fry texture, kind of. But it's very, very good. I like this whole dish, honestly.
Is it a $40 dish?
I would pay $40 for this. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Compared to some of the other dishes I've had in other places and other theme parks that were probably more, this is worth it to me.
This is the bucatini alla Adriata, which is bucatini pasta, sautéed shrimp, and a creamy tomato sauce with arugula, normally with bacon or breadcrumbs, but I did not get the breadcrumbs. It's $28. All that sauce is hiding at the bottom, so let me give this a nice mix. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm so here for this. Okay, now that this is dressed, I want to get a bite with some of the other accompaniments in here. So like there's a piece of mushroom and a piece of tomato here. Whoopsie.
So they came back in and they turned it off because it was like the fish looked like they were like running into like the tank. Like, oh no! Maybe we shouldn't run them into the wall and stuff. So just keep the lights on for now. Yeah. The lights are really
I have a feeling this needs those bacon breadcrumbs. The sauce is very simple. It really is like a cream sauce. It needs something, and I'm guaranteeing it's those bacon breadcrumbs that it needs. It needs a little bit of something, honestly, like salty. And I know that's probably what it needs. But the sauce as it stands is just a nice tomato cream sauce. I would almost compare it to a very muted vodka sauce, but it's missing something. Let's try one of these shrimp though. I do wish that they took the tails off the shrimp for me. That's fine. I don't ask for much. The shrimp is cooked perfectly. Nothing worse than overcooked shrimp and it's chewy. This shrimp is cooked wonderfully. I think it's a really tasty dish, but I do think that it's missing those bacon breadcrumbs. It's probably where a lot of the flavor shines. But on its own, I don't think it's a bad dish, and honestly, it's a pretty, I'm hanging out with my potatoes here, about to take a bite of those in a minute. I think the serving size is pretty decent for $28. Again, you're in a nice sit-down restaurant. I would get this again. I would get it again, but you try it, because I think it needs those bacon breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's like missing something.
Okay. Ooh. good, right?
It's fun.
Get this. No. Yeah, it's definitely missing something. Like you said, those herb breadcrumbs probably would have given it some extra flavor. There's a very light taste of like tomato. You know, it's very creamy. The pasta's cooked perfectly.
Go get me some breadcrumbs.
Meg's pasta usually comes with bacon herb breadcrumbs. She doesn't eat bacon, but I do. So our server was kind enough to give us a little side of these bacon herb breadcrumbs. That's them right there. Okay. So I'm gonna try these with the pasta and see if that was the
Try it alone first.
missing element. Yeah, it definitely has little like bacon pieces in there, for sure. Oh yeah. That's very bacony. You would not have been good with that. Very interesting. You definitely get the bacon. They're kind of herbaceous, very crunchy. She said that they cooked them down and then they cooked them again just to like crisp them up. So I grabbed a little bit of the herb breadcrumbs under there with some of the pasta. It just adds that bacon flavor, which is nice, you know, that nice familiar bacon flavor, but it also adds texture because the breadcrumbs are extremely crispy. And that's kind of what this dish is missing too. Otherwise, it's just kind of soft food on top of soft food. So the breadcrumbs, definitely a must if you're gonna have this. If you don't eat bacon, yeah, you might want to try one of the other dishes, because without it, it just it's good, but it just falls a little flat.
Okay, it's very hard to narrow down these desserts, so we're gonna try 2 of them.
All right, you guys, look at the plating on this. This is the Landlubbers Snickerdoodle Loot, and this is Snickerdoodle cake, cookie butter ganache, and Biscoff sand.
The real question is, do I use the real spoon or do I use...
Yeah, you got to use a little shovel. It's the only proper way to eat that.
Oh, she dense.
Oh, that looks good. Wow. Look at that.
Oh boy.
Hot diggity dog.
I'm not sharing. Before I go in for a second bite, and I will be going in for a second bite, this rocks. Socks. This is just the most delicious cookie butter dessert. I love the cake and the cream layered in the little pail. And the crumb from the Biscoff adds a nice little cookie texture to it. Look at the cookie.
No, that's fine. I was gonna say
Cute, right? This is fun. This is really fun and cute. I mean, it's really tasty. You wanna try it?
Absolutely. I'll switch. Is it gummy shark?
Gummy shark doo 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 doo.
Okay, let's try this really fun, whimsical dessert. This is so cute. A little sand pail. That looks good. Oh, I love the Biscoff cookies on there. So it's a Snickerdoodle cake. There's cookie butter on top of that. And then they crumble Biscoff cookies on top of that. So it's like it's almost like a trifle, I guess. The cake is nice and soft. That cookie butter ganache is just give me like a whole jar of that to take home. and then the crunchy texture you get from the cookies on top. This is fun. This is a really good dessert.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom used to do a lot of the like chocolate molds when I was a kid. So definitely reminds me of like when my mom and I were in the kitchen together and she would buy the little white chocolate like circle things from the craft store and we would melt them down together and make chocolates. It's fun.
So this is the El Pulpo, which is cheesecake, and the tentacles on this are the cheesecake. A berry espuma, pistachio sponge cake, graham cracker crumble, fresh raspberries, and a raspberry gel. So it's a little messy, but I think I got a little bit of everything. So, it's not like a normal cheesecake texture, but this is not overly sweet at all. I'm gonna try the cheesecake on its own because I didn't really get too much flavor from the cheesecake. So okay. I mean, it's not on its own. There's a little bit of the raspberry, but it's there. It gets a little bit lost with the other flavors. There's a lot of raspberry on top of raspberry. Pistachio cake. It's very, very spongy. Nothing too special about the pistachio cake. It's actually kind of a little bit dry. This is fun. It's a fun dessert to look at, but I think I like the Biscoff one a little bit better.
So same thing, I'm gonna try just the tentacle on its own.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
I wanna like it a lot. I really want to.
I love the presentation
Let's see.
so much.
This is gonna sound really messed up, but like the cheesecake kind of tastes almost like Play-Doh-y. Yeah.
Yeah, the texture of the cheesecake isn't the best.
Yeah.
And like I said, you completely lose the flavor of anything other than like the raspberry. Yeah, it's
The sponge cake is very dry.
yeah. It's a really pretty dish,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's not my favorite.
You get a little bit of the graham cracker, the raspberry. For me, the best part of this dish is the fresh raspberries and the raspberry foam when that's supposed to be the accompaniment. So, I mean, I really wanted to like this, and it is such a fun presentation. I love the cheesecake tentacles. It's really cool to look at, but like, this is a pass. Like, I would never get this again, and I would honestly recommend that you get a different dessert. It's a little disappointing. All right, let's recap Atlantic. Final thoughts.
I thought everything was delicious. The only thing that I wasn't really crazy about was that one dessert.
Yeah.
It looked beautiful, but it was just lacking in like the flavor department. But honestly, everything else, I thought they knocked it out of the park.
I'm really happy with that restaurant. I thought it was fantastic. I can't wait to go back. The restaurant itself, like food quality wise, I feel is very similar to like a resort kind of restaurant.
Yeah.
And as for the actual atmosphere,
I mean, they have giant, like 30-foot panes of glass that look out to the entire park.
Water
and a beautiful water
fountains.
fountain. I mean,
stained glass and just detail.
and that's going to end it for us guys here at Epic today. We had an awesome day trying all the different foods that they have to offer, and there's so much more that we haven't even scratched the surface. So we definitely will be back.
We'll be back to Atlantic for sure, and we're gonna try all the food here in the park. So if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned for many, many more epic adventures.
Bye, guys.